sound of a submersible's sonar pinging, gentle hum of machinery, and the muffled sound of deep ocean pressure. For centuries, we've looked to the stars for answers, for signs of intelligent life, for the origins of humanity itself. We've sent probes to the furthest reaches of our solar system and telescopes that can see back to the dawn of time. But what if the greatest mystery, the most profound discovery, wasn't out there, but down here? What if the cradle of civilization wasn't on sun-drenched plains, but locked away in the crushing eternal darkness of the abyss? Our story begins in the present day, aboard the Hades, the most advanced deep-sea submersible ever built. Its mission, to touch the very bottom of the Mariana Trench, a point deeper than any human has ever ventured. The crew, a small team of the world's best oceanographers, geologists, and engineers, believed they were on a mission of geological discovery. They were prepared for volcanic vents, bizarre new species, and the immense, unforgiving pressure. They were not prepared for what they were about to find. As the Hades descended past the 10,000-meter mark, the world outside the reinforced viewport was a void of absolute black. The submersible's powerful external lights cut through the darkness, revealing a blizzard of marine snow, the only sign of life. The sonar pinged steadily, painting a picture of the seabed below. It was supposed to be a flat, desolate plain of sediment, but the readings were wrong. The sonar was showing structures, sharp, geometric angles that had no place in nature. The pilot, Dr. Eris Thorne, brought the submersible to a slow, cautious hover. "Houston, this is Hades. We're seeing anomalies. Sonar shows what looks like a debris field, but the patterns are too regular. They're architectural." The crew stared at the screens, their scientific minds racing to find a logical explanation. A sunken modern vessel? Impossible at this depth. A geological formation? Unlikely, given the sharp repeating angles. With painstaking slowness, they nudged the Hades forward. The first structure swam into the beams of light. It was a pillar, a colossal obsidian pillar, impossibly smooth, soaring up from the seabed and disappearing into the darkness above. It wasn't rock. It was metal, etched with intricate lines that pulsed with a soft internal turquoise light. The symbols were unfamiliar, a language lost to time, yet they felt intuitive, almost mathematical. As they navigated through a forest of these glowing pillars, something else emerged from the gloom. A face, 20 stories high, carved from the same dark material. But this was no abstract deity. It was a human face, serene and powerful. Yet running across its stoic features were what looked like veins, not of flesh, but of shimmering, mechanical circuitry that pulsed in time with the pillars. The crew could only stare in stunned silence. This statue was one of many, a silent army of sentinels guarding something. Before them lay a gate so immense it dwarfed everything they had seen. It was covered in millennia of coral and oceanic sediment, yet its form was undeniable. It was a masterpiece of engineering, seamlessly integrated into the trench wall itself. The crew of the Hades had a choice. Their mission was to explore the trench floor. But this was a discovery that would rewrite human history. They were looking at the ruins of a civilization that existed at the bottom of the ocean. A civilization that by all logic should not exist. Dr. Ilara Vance, the mission's lead archaeologist, her voice barely a whisper, spoke into the comms. "These engravings, they have elements of Proto-Sumerian, traces of early Linear A, but they're older. Thousands, maybe tens of thousands of years older. It's impossible." But the evidence was right there, outside their viewport. This wasn't an alien civilization. The art, the statues, they were profoundly, undeniably human. A human civilization that predated all recorded history. A civilization that possessed technology we could barely comprehend. They had ruled the earth, not from castles and pyramids on the surface, but from a kingdom in the deep. They were the first. The originals. What happened to them? Why did they disappear, leaving no trace in our myths or histories? As the Hades approached the gate, a low hum began to vibrate through its hull. The symbols on the gate began to glow brighter, the turquoise light spreading like a current. The submersible's proximity was activating it. Without any action from the crew, the great gate began to move. Two massive doors, each the size of a skyscraper, ground open with a sound that shook the very ocean around them. Coral and rock cascaded off as they parted, revealing not darkness but a blinding wave of light. A pulse of energy washed over the Hades, and suddenly the entire abyss was illuminated. Inside the gate, a city. A city of impossible scale, with structures that spiraled towards a glowing energy source at its center. Machines, vast and silent for eons, began to hum, their lights flickering to life one by one. The very ocean floor began to shift and rise, reforming itself as forgotten mechanisms awakened. Ancient holograms, ethereal and blue, flickered into existence all around the submersible. They showed a timeline, a history of the world that had been erased. They showed this civilization, their mastery over energy, their harmony with the ocean. They showed the rise of the surface world, the fledgling primates who would become us, and how these deep-sea ancestors watched from below. They were not conquerors, they were guardians, keepers of a planetary balance. Then one final chilling message appeared on the Hades' main screen. The characters were the same as those on the pillars, but they instantly translated into perfect modern English. The message was simple, and it changed everything. It read, "We didn't vanish. We went deeper." As the crew absorbed this revelation, the camera pulls back, away from the Hades, past the colossal gate. The light from the awakened city spreads, illuminating the trench, then the entire seabed. The glow intensifies, pushing back the darkness until the entire ocean itself seems to be on fire with light. And we see it. The city doesn't end. It stretches out across the entire ocean floor, a single, contiguous, global metropolis, covering the planet beneath the waves, farther than any horizon. We were never alone. We were just living on the roof. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey into the unknown. If you love stories that challenge our perception of history and the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. What do you think happened to this ancient civilization? Let us know your theories in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring.